Welcome back, students, to Lesson 2. This week's learning objectives for Microsoft Word and Google Docs are learning to change fonts, styles, themes, paragraph alignment, how to indent text or paragraphs, changing the spacing before and after paragraph, repeating your last action, formatting with Format Painter, changing line spacing, and also how to do different margins. So next, let's look at the standards we're addressing this week very quickly. Montana Technology Content Standard 4, which is to possess a functional understanding of technology concepts and operations to meet benchmark 1A. Apply and refine the skills needed to use communication, information, and processing technologies. And also Montana Standards for Career and Vocational Technical Education Content Standard 4, which students acquire and demonstrate current technical skills leading to an occupation. So that's what we're going for this week. Now your assignment choices. 3 different choices this week. One for the pathway of agriculture, the second one sports, and the third one careers. In all 3 pathways, you'll also be completing the Fundamental Word 2018 assignment, which is a letter, a memo, and a speech. But then your choice is which type of these flyers you might like to choose. One about farm and ranch equipment, second choice for a program for a volleyball or football team, or the third choice is to promote a job opening that you would be interested in applying for. So those will be your 3 different choices. The one I'm going to work with this morning to just show you a little bit is the careers path. So we'll go ahead and get into Docs and Word now. Okay, so I opened up this document, quickly typed a little help wanted ad in Google Docs, and I haven't done anything with the formatting yet. So the first thing we're learning is how do I change fonts? Well, you can select your whole amount of text here, and you can choose one of these different types of fonts. Times New Roman is the most commonly used for business, although Arial is the default, but there are a lot of different types of font you can choose depending on how you want it to stand out. So this is a help wanted ad. I might want help wanted to be perhaps bigger, so you can change the font size here. So I could make it quite a lot larger if I wanted to. And I can also change the font color with this text color. Maybe help wanted is in red, so it makes it a little more bold. And I'm not sure that this is the style of font I want for my ad, so I'm going to change it back to Times New Roman. But I am going to increase the size of my font so that it just stands out a little bit more. The help wanted, looking for the position of Chief Financial Officer, so I'm going to just make that a little bit bigger as well, and I can even bold or italicize or underline. Those are sort of your font options. Okay, so in order to change styles, you go to your format, and then you can go to paragraph styles, and you'll see title. You can apply title, subtitle, heading 1, heading 2, all of these different options. Some assignments will ask for a specific type of paragraph style. This is where you would choose that. Heading 1. So you can just see it changed everything to that different style. I'm just going to go ahead and undo that. Next, changing themes. So themes in Word is much different than themes in Docs, but there is one thing you can do that's similar. If you go up to File, Page Setup, you can change your page color from the traditional white to say something that will stick out a little more. Maybe blue. Okay, so your whole page changes to that shade of blue. When you print it, it'll look like that. Paragraph alignment. So sometimes it makes sense to have things left aligned like we have now. That's your default, but sometimes things look better. Say I highlight these first 2 rows and we choose to center align them on the page. I think it just It makes it look a little more professional. You can also choose to right align something if you ever need that option, or even to justify, which just adds spaces in the middle to make it go to an even margin on both sides. You see that a lot in newspapers. For now, I'm going to stick to a nice normal left alignment. When you want to indent your text, say I've written this entire research paper, and then I realize I forgot to indent the first sentence of each paragraph, I can come up here to my ruler and just drag this first line indent over to 1/2 an inch, and then it indents every paragraph for me. But say I have a whole paragraph that is, maybe a quote, and it's 4 sentences long and has to be indented to be MLA. I can just move this entire bar over and it'll indent your entire paragraph. Of course, you can click in front of a sentence and just hit tab and it'll indent, but this allows you to tab the whole thing easily by using your ruler. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and undo both of those last actions. Spacing before and after a paragraph. As a default, when you open, you end up getting these spaces after paragraph and before paragraph. You can come up to this line spacing and just remove them if you want to, and that is especially helpful if you're doing a research paper and it's supposed to be double spaced. Because if you don't do that, and you have, we'll just go back to how it was, and then you leave those spaces, and then you just come up here and say, I'm going to double space it, you end up with an awkwardly large space in between your paragraphs, and your teachers will not like that. So it's a good idea to just go ahead and remove those spaces for academic type writing. Repeating your last action. So in Microsoft Word, it works that if you highlight something, say I bold this word. Now, bolding is my last action. If I highlight a different word and hit F4 in Microsoft Word, that'll also bold that next word, but it doesn't work that way in Google Docs. One of the little things that Microsoft is a little better for. Format Painter. This is one of my very favorite things. So if I like the formatting I have up here, I just highlight a little section of it, and then I come up to my paint formats, little paint roller, and I click it once. Then the next thing I click will have that format. I just painted all of the formatting from that one area. So say I want to be able to use it numerous times. So I'm going to double click my format painter, and then it stays with me until, and I can keep using that same format all over my document until I come up here and unclick that painter. So that can be very, very useful when you're formatting a document. All right, line spacing options. So if you want to change your line spacing, again, you might want to select your whole document. You come up here to line spacing. We sort of went over this already. You can do single, 1.5, double, or you can go up to custom, where you can choose the exact amount. And quad spacing is required for BPA speeches, so you can type in 4, and there's your quad spacing. And finally, margins. On Docs, if you go up to File and then Page Setup, you can see all 4 margins are listed right here. 1 inch on all sides is sort of a default for most things. Letters, you'll want 2 inches on the top. So this is where you do that, Page Setup. And now we'll move to Microsoft. Okay, same text. Now I'm in Microsoft Word. So the first thing we go over is changing fonts. So very, very similar to Docs. You can choose your style of the font right up here. Lots and lots of different choices. Again, Times New Roman is pretty much your business, normal, size 12. So we'll just go to that. Word is a little different. It has this kind of cool decrease font size button or increase, so you can kind of see how it fits on your page. I really like that. I'm going to make my titles bigger, and I might also change the color just like this. And you can also bold, italicize, or underline, or even highlight just like you could in Docs. Styles. So styles are a little more simple here. You can see what they look like. So say I want to change the style. I kind of like this one. No, maybe not. Maybe this one. Or it specifically said I needed heading 1. That's what it would look like. You can pick your style that's asked for in an assignment if it's specific right up here. Themes. This is where we didn't really have much in Google Docs, but there are a lot of themes, some of which sort of match straight over into PowerPoint for your Word, but you can see Wisp, Banded, Berlin. There's a whole bunch that are named different things. So if your assignment asks for a specific one, you can go and find it. Or you can just pick one that you think makes your document look nice. Paragraph alignment, that's back in your Home tab. And over here, you can see the same alignment choices: left, center, right, and justified. Left, center, right, and justified. So this time I'm going to go center on the top, and I'm going to justify the rest of it. Okay, indenting text or paragraphs. Once again, very similar. You can always just click and do a tab over to indent, or we can use our ruler. If you don't see your ruler, then you may need to go over to the View tab and then click Ruler. So if you didn't find your ruler, you may need to go up to your View tab and select Ruler to be there. But for our purpose, if I want to indent everything on the first line, I can just highlight my text and drag over the top part of this tab set, and it will move it where you ask it to. Or if I want to indent the entire thing, you pull over the bottom part. Your other choices for indenting are to use this little arrow to increase your indent, or this one to decrease your indent. And of course, you can tab it over as well, using just your tab key. Spacing before and after paragraph. When I start a document, I generally hit this no spacing button here, because right now, the way it defaults, you'll always have these spaces after paragraph. You can remove them here later as well, which you'll want to do before you ever change a paper to double spacing. So that's your spacing before and after paragraphs. Repeating last actions. Say I bold this word, then I can come down here on this word and I can hit F4 and it will bold, it as well. Just like that, F4. That's your last action button. Format painter. Say I want to format paint this direction, you can hit this paintbrush format painter and all your text will look just like whatever you format painted. Or if you want to do it multiple times without coming back, you double click and then you have the ability to do that. Keep painting things until you're finished and unclick it. And I'm just undoing a couple of things. Line spacing, remember that's here. We already went over that once. You go to options if you want to use more than 3, which you can do right there. And then finally margins, and that in Microsoft Word is in Layout tab, and then over here in Margins. You can choose one of the defaults or you can customize them as well. So that is it for today's learning objectives in lesson 2. Have fun with this week's assignments.